Hey everyone, it's Relic here, and we are back playing some more Age of Engineering. And yeah, in the last episode then, you remember I showed off what we'd started on our little build here, and yeah, it's turned out not to be so little. I've kind of extended it back like I kind of said I would, and we've got a cow in here somehow. Yeah, like I kind of said I would, and yeah, kind of happier with it now. It's not so square, but yeah, it is quite big. And it is far from complete. So yeah, I started off, I kind of showed you this on the front with these columns up the front, but they've kind of messed me up a little bit, and I don't really know how to resolve it. So I've got these here, and I've done the same at the back, but because of the way that I designed the windows, I didn't really want the windows to look any different on the sides, because otherwise that would look strange. And I'm not sure that I want columns at the sides as well. So yeah, I've got to decide something to do with these gaps, because obviously can't leave those there. And then we've got the small matter of the roof. Now, I have got a bit of a plan on how I'm going to do that. So what I want to do is they're going to be basically flat roofs here and on this side. And yeah, pretty much for this middle bit as well. But for the middle bit, I kind of want to have like a domed, I don't know if I can explain it so that it's so that you can visualize it, but like a kind of domed glass roof all the way across. And yeah, so a bit of a chisel and bits type job. But yeah, we'll take our time with it. There's plenty of time. And I got rid of all the platforms that I used to do all the windows. And I started to replace them with these kind of like chisel and bits factory blocks. But yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of those, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure that I like how it looks. Anyway, so for today's episode then, I kind of want to carry on really where we left off. So we'd managed to get ourselves the calculator, we got the power cube and the survivalist generator. And I can't remember what was it that we'd started to look at. I think, yeah, it was the coal generator from actually Additions. And when we looked at that, we discovered that it required some of the advanced alloy. And I was quite tired at the time, so I didn't really look at the recipe, but it turns out that it's quite easy. And what we are going to need is we're going to need some copper and some tin, because we're going to need to make some bronze. And I'm guessing that probably the best place to do that is going to be in here. So yeah, by the way, these tools are it's worked out really well, so they are all repairable by wood, so I've been able to keep those fully up to date. And yeah, so have we got enough lava in here? We probably have. Right, so what have we got in here? Have we got any bronze in here already? We haven't. So if I was to throw a line of tin ingots in there and a line of copper, I think it's that way round. So yeah, there's some bronze. Cool. How much bronze does that actually give me now? A little bit. Right, so let's pour that out, because say we're going to know that we're going to need that. We're going to have to turn all of that into plates. Let's just pour that into there. And I remind myself of the recipe. I was looking at the atomic reconstructor as well, because I think we can probably get onto that in this episode. So yeah, coal generator. And yeah, it isn't too bad. So we need some coal coke. We need some reinforced stone, which we make in the calculator. And then it's this iron casing. So a bit of black quartz and iron, which we've all got. But it's this advanced casing. So we need steel plates, that's fine. We're going to need some carbon plates, which is a little bit of faffing about. But then yeah, it's all this advanced alloy. And I remember from the Infinity Skyblock days that a lot of stuff in there required this advanced alloy as well. And it's just a few steps that you have to go through. But yeah, so you need to compress this mixed metal ingot, which is basically made by crafting together all of these plates. So yeah, we are going to have to mess around a little bit. So while we're waiting for that anyway over there, what we'll do is we'll get the iron plates and whatnot going. So we need to, in fact, this is running because this is still making us steel. So yeah, I'm going to have to use the compressor at some point. But for now, if we put, just remind myself of how many of these bits and pieces we need. So we need 2 advanced alloys. So we might as well just do a whole bunch of these actually. So if we do half a stack of tin, in fact, let's just put that back and just take the half a stack. And if we do half a stack of iron as well, so I'll pop that in there, and yeah, just make sure that is doing the right thing. That should come out hopefully as plates. Just have a quick check. Yeah, it does. Right, so we get those, we'll get those running. And let's just grab that. How much more of this have we got? And do we need to make any more? We've got another block of that, so that should be fine with those. So we turn those into ingots, and in fact that'll be more than enough for what we need for this episode. I still need to make some overclockers for this, just to make this a little bit faster. And in fact, if we just do another 3 of those, we won't do the half a stack for now. Let's just drop that down there for now. We won't do the half a stack for now because otherwise we're going to start running out of time. Right, so we're going to grab those, and that'll be enough tin as well. And then once that's run through, we'll put the iron through, and we'll put the bronze through as well. So anyway, while we're waiting for that, I was looking at the guide, and I was trying to work out what we needed to do for both this age and in terms of moving forward. Now, I don't think we're going to be moving forward for a couple of episodes because I definitely want to get some of the immersive engineering going, particularly the water wheels, because they're a great power source in the beginning, but also because when I first looked at this, I kind of read down here and I was like, right, yeah, you can generate the power from the peat fired engine, and I kind of looked at it, I didn't really understand it, and then I saw you can also craft the coal generator. So that was why I was like, straight away we can go straight into doing the coal generator. But then I had a quick look at the next stage, because it's got obviously the empower on it, and in order to do the things that you need to do, you basically need to build a greenhouse. And to do the greenhouse, you need to have this peat bog. So yeah, I am going to have to learn how to do that. So let's just have a quick look now actually and just see. I was just being a bit lazy to be honest. So you can't look at anything from peat that way. Bees. Yeah, seemingly not. So yeah, bog earth, that's what we need. So bog earth is made from dirt, sand, and a bucket of water. And then, do we have to do anything else with that? I think you just place this in water, is my understanding. I could be wrong. So we've got some dirt. Let's grab some sand and some water. In fact, let's just make sure that this is still, because that looks like that's now finished. Let's just, in fact, we'll just pop those in there and let that run while we're doing this. And if we just grab some sand as well, I'm hoping that it'll accept. In fact, let's just, can we just put one piece of this back? Yeah, fine, we can. And have we got any buckets? I thought we did. Potentially we haven't. Oh, there you go, there's a bucket. Cool. So let's see if we can make some of this dirt. And we're gonna have to sleep, aren't we? Okay, cool. Right, so where's my crafting tables gone? I thought I put another one down over there, but yeah, seemingly not. I did have a bit of a disaster actually. I'll just quickly explain this just in case anybody else falls foul to the same thing. So I was kind of thinking about how I could autocraft stuff, and mainly because I wanted to automatically turn this into treated wood just so that it keeps this running around. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a million of these tanks. And as with a lot of things, what I tend to do when I'm playing modded packs is I have my main world, and then I have a creative world as well where I just play around with things and I'm trying to understand stuff. So I've done that, and I've gone in and I basically tried to work out how I was going to autocraft stuff with what we've got available to us now. And unfortunately, when I came back to this world, I'd somehow corrupted it. And yeah, so I couldn't get into the world, and I had to go to one of the backups. Now, luckily, most packs have a sort of a backup, or I don't know if it's that or Curse that does the backup. But in any case, the backups were there, so I managed to take a backup. But yeah, this all looked a lot different in the most up-to-date version because I'd landscaped all out of the front of here. Because my plan going forward is we're not just going to have this factory here. It's going to be surrounded by a big fence. Now, yeah, I hadn't done the fence or anything like that, but I'd leveled off a lot of this ready to do that. So with the idea of basically you'd come down these steps, there'd be a little bit of a path, it'd be flat, there'd be some more steps down, and then down to our farm area. What it means is that we'll be able to have some stuff outside, because stuff like the water wheels, although we've got space inside, I don't really want them inside. I want those to be out here somewhere. But yeah, I kind of want, because of the amount, you can see there's a massive, and I've had a look now, cave system. It's a really deep system underneath this whole hill. And there's a load of exits as well. So it doesn't have to be night, and stuff can just sort of wander out. And although we've got the chunks claimed, which means that creeper explosions are disabled, it's just a bit of a pain. I didn't want to be sniped by a skeleton or whatever. So yeah, I thought having a fence would be a great thing. But yeah, so the backup that I had to go to, unfortunately, I lost all that stuff. I did find some ender lily seeds. Luckily, you can still find those by chopping down grass. And yeah, you can probably see there's only a sparse amount of grass along here, and it's sort of right up into the distance. I had to chop down a lot of grass to be able to find just those four. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, just be careful. That is a thing that because of I think it's because of the eras with this. It's something to do with that, because it kept coming up and saying something about level.dat was corrupted. But yeah, it's something to do with that you can't do another world certainly in the same copy of Age of Engineering. But yeah, so anything I do is kind of going to have to be on the fly or in between episodes really, because I'm not going to be able to sort of check stuff out in a creative world first. But yeah, I guess that's fairer anyway. So anyway, we've now that I've done all that talking, this is probably just about finishing by now, which it is. So let's take that out of there and let's pop the bronze in. And kind of looks as though, are we running out of energy? No, we've still got coal there. I just must be going through energy really quickly. Right, so let's grab a crafting table and let's see if we can make some of this bog earth. And I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, bit of sand and then a bucket in the middle. Like I say, it was, yeah, cool. Right, so we can make, I'm going to imagine that we probably need more than that. Let's just go, can we go and get rid of these seeds and stuff? I've still got a load of them from the last time that we went out trying to find bits and pieces. Let's just dump off a load of stuff. I don't know where it all belongs, but hopefully that's cleared some space. It has. Cool, right, so I guess if we go and pop it down here in the lake, it's a bit of a trek, but yeah, I think it's going to take some time as well, so we're just going to leave it down there for now, and we'll go and check up on it at the end of the episode and see how we've got on. So yeah, it still says bog earth, so it doesn't happen instantaneously. So we'll just pop those down and we'll see. In fact, this Peat, is it just called a Peat engine? Peat fired engine. Yeah, quite easy to make. Bit of copper, some stable glass, and I think that's going to be calculator as well. Some copper gears. Okay, so that needs another one of those. So we need some more steel and then a piston. Does that need steel? It's the only thing that hasn't needed steel for a while, actually. And yeah, so we're going to need to actually generate quite a lot of that. So yeah, it'd be quite handy to automate that. Talking about, just while we're getting back over here again, talking about automating, one thing it does say in the book is that you can automate stuff with integrated dynamics. Now that's a mod that I haven't used before, and I kind of had a quick look at it. It looks quite interesting, but it also looks really confusing. So yeah, I'm going to have to integrated, excuse me, I had to cough then. Integrate, I can't spell it now. Oh dearie me. Do you know what? That's the right spelling. That'll do. Yeah, integrated dynamics. So there's not a lot of stuff in there, but yeah, there is a book that explains how to do it. But there's a lot of this stuff. I've absolutely no idea how this all works, but it does suggest in the guide that you can use that wherever it is. It says somewhere, if that's not in the empowering age, you're back in the calculation age. And I can't see where it is now. Oh, there we go, at the bottom here. Yeah, for automating, you can also now use integrated dynamics. So yeah, so I need to learn about how to do that. And as we can't do a creative world to play around in, I'll probably have to watch a few videos or something. But yeah, cool. So we should have all the bits and pieces that we need to make this alloy now. So we've got some tin plate, we've got some bronze plate, and we've got some iron plate. So that's only the first bit of messing around, because then the carbon mesh or whatever it's called also needs some messing about to get there as well. But yeah, it's fine. I think actually if this is the same as 1710, it's not, you have to put it in exactly the right place. Right, so there's 2 of those. Oh, that made 4. I only need to do 1 lot. All right, fine, not so bad. So let's put that into the compressor and turn that into the alloy. And then we can get on with the recipe. So let's just have a quick look and see what that's doing, what the other bit of the recipe was. So coal generator, all of this to make a relatively easy item as well. And then we're going to have to get in some calculator as well, because we need to make some reinforced stone. So that was not the one that we wanted. So we want the industrial craft 2 casing. Yeah, so we're going to need to roll out some steel, which we'll do in a second, then some carbon plates, which is raw carbon mesh in the compressor, which is, so we need 2 of those. So we need 4 raw carbon fibers, which are made up of coal dust. So basically we're going to have to crush a load more coal. And yeah, luckily we have still got some coal. So let's pop some coal into the macerator so that is working, and hopefully that doesn't throw that out into, I'm just going to double check actually that doesn't fire that out into here, which it doesn't. Right, so that's going to keep that in there. So we can grab out our advanced alloy. So we've got that, and that's now filling that up again. Hopefully I didn't mess that up, which it didn't, because we are going to need that steel. So we've got a good bit of steel in here. So we need 4 of those. We're going to have to roll 4 steel out. So pop that in there. And then, yeah, we're just waiting for this to finish. Okay, so this has finished up. So just remind myself now, it's taken a while. So we need to go back into here. So yeah, it's this. We need 2 of those. So each one of those makes that. And we need 4 of those. So, in fact, can we do that? We can add those together. Can we do that in here? Oh, we can. Right, so 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Right, so that's 4 of those. And then if we put 2 of those together, it makes the mesh. And then we need to put the mesh into the compressor, and that's going to do what we need. So we've got the advanced alloy. We're going to have that in a second. Now we're going to need some of the... We're going to need some of this as well. And I'm wondering actually why this didn't break. Have we got to... I take it that we've got to crush this down or something, because this is just... Or we've got to smelt it. I can't remember which way around it is now. I think we've got to... I think we have to smelt it. Yeah, we do. And how many is that going to give us? For that, it's going to give us 1 piece. So we're going to need another 2 pieces of those and 4 pieces of iron. And we should be good. Right, so in fact, I didn't want to grab all 29. I didn't want to put my pick up there. Can we put those back? And now grab 1, 2 of those. Right, good. So, oh dearie me. Right, so we'll pop that into there as well. We'll grab those out so that our steel can carry on with its production. Hopefully, can we put any of this together now just so we can clear up some space? So let's go into here. We'll grab this. We'll grab that. We want the advanced. I'm never quick enough just to grab it as it is. Right, so we need that first of all. So there's one of those. Let's just drop that for now. And not that one. That one. And that one. Right, so we're missing the steel plates. Right, so definitely going to need to drop something now because we are beginning to run out of a little bit of room. Right, so the steel plates, where are they? Right, steel plates. Good. Got those. So we should at least be able to put together the casing, which we can. Good. Right, there's the advanced casing. And now we just need to grab some iron. I do need to put a crafting table over here because this is now beginning to get silly. Wandering back and forth. So there's that. We got some iron. Was that enough? Yeah, it was. Cool. So got that. So now we should be able to... We've already put that together. So yeah, it's a case of putting the iron casing together. And then I've got the bits and pieces of that. I thought I was going to have to make some of this, but yeah, we needed to make some already to make the calculator. So there we go. There's a coal generator. She is pretty cool. Let's just eat really quickly. I'm kind of wondering where to put all this stuff because I had a little bit of a think about it. I've still not moved stuff, obviously. I'm probably going to make another coke oven. I want to put the coke ovens and the blast furnace when we eventually get it, and the smeltery all down this wall down here. And I'm going to keep my storage this side. And when we eventually get to it, like our refined storage or our applied energistics, whatever, I want to have that along this back wall. So we're going to reserve that back wall for this. We're going to move... I don't really want to move this now because we've obviously started with the nether, but I think I'm going to have to. I haven't found a nether fortress yet anyway, so it probably doesn't matter too much. But yeah, so I want to move those to the sort of back over there. So we're probably going to reserve this side because we've already got our IC2 stuff there. Probably going to reserve this side for these bits and pieces. So don't need that there. Let's leave a bit of a gap and we'll put our coal generator there. And hopefully we can put charcoal on there. We can. Cool. Right. So in fact, let's put all of that charcoal in there. And let's just have a look now and see the atomic reconstructor, because that was the other thing that I wanted to make. And in order to do that, so we're going to need some reinforced iron ingots, another one of these casings, which is pretty good because we've got some more of the advanced alloy already. So yeah, so in fact, let's try and plan ahead a little bit this time. And let's get the bits that we need. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. He says grabbing 5, that's fine. I'd probably be just as easy just to throw the whole lot in there, to be honest. So throw that in there. And we've got the... Oh, so we need some more of that. We're going to need to throw some more coal now. I'm running out of coal fairly rapidly, actually, now. So have we actually even got enough coal? Just enough. Yeah, we're going to have to go and do another coal run. I'm now using all my coal exclusively just for crafting recipes. And we're using charcoal for everything else because we need to save it. So we've got that. And what else do we need? So while that is doing that, we need to grab some reinforced iron nuggets, which is still in a normal calculator, just some reinforced stone and some iron. So we've got 4 of those. So let's grab the calculator and let's put 1, 2, 3 and 4 in there. 4 of those in there. That's going to grab those 4, and then the enriched gold is, and this is in a normal calculator as well, and we only need 4 of those. That's pretty cool. So we just need 1 gold ingot and 1 piece of redstone. So there's 1 gold ingot. Let's go grab a bit of redstone and we get those bits done, and we're going to be able to get this together quicker than we need. Actually, I'm going to grab 2 of those. We got any sticks hanging about anyway? Yes, we have. Let's grab a stick as well, just so that we can, as soon as we put this atomic reconstructor down, I want to turn it off, because otherwise it'll start firing off and wasting power, which is really something that we don't want to do. Right, so how are we doing over here? So we've got 5 of those. We need another 6 of those. And what else did we do? We got all that lot, and there was nothing else in the compressor. Right, we're just waiting for coal again. Okay, so there's the last piece of coal, and we now go over. In fact, no, we can't. What we need to do is turn. Oh, I didn't do enough. Oh, that's really throwing a spanner in the works now. So now I'm gonna need. Can we put that back up again? I'm really hoping that there's some more surface coal around here. Fairly close by. I seem to remember when I was running about earlier that there was potentially a bit down here somewhere. Right, there's a bit there. How many bits are there? Oh, there's more than 1. Good. Right, let's grab that up. And it's messing up my landscaping a little bit more, but that's fine. We need the coal. We'll fill it in with something else when we get a minute. Cool, right, do that. And I am just going to fill that piece in because I'm just a little bit paranoid that something could spawn in there. Like so. Good, right, we're all good. And I didn't notice that andesite down there as well either. Previously. Cool, let's get over here. Get back up here. Throw another 4 pieces of coal into the machine. I can't believe that I miscounted that. Oh, in fact, we only need 3. Okay, so yeah, a couple of minutes later, and that has finished as well. So let's turn that into the last one that we need. Put those in there. Turn that into the mesh. Throw that into the compressor, and get the bits and pieces that we need out of there. I do get really worried. There's no door on here or anything yet. I've still got to make the archway on here, so I'm going to do that before the next episode. And I really want to get this fence up as quickly as possible. And that's why I was a little bit disappointed that we lost the progress, because then I'll be completely safe, because we'll just have a gate on the front or something. But yeah, cool. So let's grab those out and head back over to the crafting table. And hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. So, oh, we need the steel plates. I have forgotten something. I knew I'd forget something. So we need another 4 pieces of steel. So, and we're fast running out of room here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to pop those into the metal former. Like so. And not that. That. Pop those into the metal former and turn those into plates. Okay, and just waiting for the last one of those to come out, which it has. Good. And now, hopefully, I'm not totally incompetent. And we've got the last bit that we need. So we need to make one of those like so. And then normally it's the first thing that comes up. There it is. Good. Cool. Got that. And now we need some more iron. Of course we do. Yeah, definitely need to get myself a crafting table over this side. In fact, let's do that the next time we walk back there, so we don't have to keep walking all the way over here to do this. And pop that there. So that's the iron casing. And now we can make this the gold, because we haven't done that yet. So let's pop in here like so. So a bit of gold, a bit of redstone, and there's our enriched gold. And now we should just be able to throw that together. Excellent. Right, so before we put that down, let's quickly make ourselves a redstone torch, just so that we can turn that off as soon as it comes down. Right click to toggle, so deactivated. And why is that now firing? Pulse. Right, okay, cool. Right, so how much of that energy did that use? Quite a lot, probably. I don't know how much it takes every time it fires it. But yeah, so that means now we can start to make some of the actual additions bits that we need to progress in the actual additions mod. And so yeah, for example, if we grab, that was a ridiculous amount of redstone to grab. That wasn't quite what I'd intended. Can we grab that out? Oh, dearie me, I've made a right pig's ear of that. Right, so let's pop all that back. Let's just grab one block of that this time. And yeah, so I was going to set myself up a crafting table over here, didn't I? So we'll do that actually now. So let's grab a piece of that and turn that into wood, into a crafting table, into a crafting station. And then we'll pop that over here somewhere, I guess. In fact, let's just put it there for now. Fine, we'll dig it in later. Right, so turn those into blocks, because no doubt we're going to need to do quite a few of those. And just for example, and we need to grab some stone as well, so that we can grab a button, just so that we can fire this thing like so. So there's a button. Pop that up there. And we should be good to go, he says. Right, so let's pop that on top. Pop that on top. And now what we can do is throw that on the floor, fire the button, and there we go. So yeah, that's our first bit of redstone, yeah, and obviously then we can turn that into crystals. I tend to do stuff mainly in blocks just because it's easier, but yeah, you can do single items as well. Cool, so that's done. And yeah, kind of feel that I think we're about the 30-minute mark already, but probably just got enough time just to have a look and see where we are going next. So yeah, definitely got to get the progressive automation choppers done so that we can start to automate this a little bit more. I did say that we were going to do that in between episodes, but yeah, as I've said a couple of times now, obviously we had a bit of a nightmare, so I didn't get that done. And we need to check on our peat. Yes, we need to check on our peat before I forget entirely about that, and just see if that's turned into peat yet, which I'm kind of hoping it has. It doesn't look any different, so maybe I've done this wrong, in which case, in fact, no, that one's different, that one's different. So that's bog earth, that's bog earth. Maturity 0. Maturity 100. Ah, okay. So that one's done, that one's done, the rest haven't done. Okay, so seems that it's a bit random how it works, or did that just have to be deeper? I don't know. Maybe, is that because there's flowing water there? But why even is there flowing water there? I don't know. But maybe we've got to move those. Yeah, seems a bit random. But now we know it takes roughly, I don't know, probably about 40 minutes since I've put those in with the cuts in the video. Yeah, probably about 40 minutes. Let's just sleep really quickly. And then we can just have a quick look before we end the episode on what we're going to do, what we are going to be doing moving forward. So yeah, I need to have a look at the integrated dynamics and just see how that all works. So I think in the next episode, I probably want to get the water wheels done just so that we've started to make a little bit of a move forward on that. And the kinetic dynamo is probably going to be the harder bit to do on that. How do you spell that? Kinetic dynamo. So redstone, iron, not a problem. Copper coil block, right? So yeah, need the Inori crystals for that. So that's just iron. And then the LV wire, which is just wire. And oh, you can just use normal sticks for that as well. And the wire, we can use shears or whatever, but we need plates in order to do that. Cool, right, so that seems like a bit of a plan then. So yeah, we'll move on to that cow's managed to get itself in the smallest of gaps. I guess we'll leave him there. Yeah, so yeah, bit of a plan for the next episode then. We'll get on to a little bit more of the actual additions, and we'll get a little bit into the immersive engineering. And I really want to get back into the nether as well, which I shall probably try and do before the next episode. Just see if we can finally get ourselves to some sort of a fortress so we can find some blazes. And yeah, we can start to move away. We can start to move away from this. It hasn't been too bad, to be honest, because there's so much sort of like grinding and stuff that you can just leave this running. And it doesn't really matter where you are because the chunks are loaded in anyway, but it'll still run. But yeah, it will definitely be nice to have the proper blast furnace. So anyway, I'm going to end the episode there. And yeah, I hope you've liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then yeah, show some support. Hit that thumbs up button. It does help out a lot. And yeah, as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.